Hey guys and girls, miss you all and hope everyone is doing well. I know this learning from home thing is a little different and it will take some time getting used to, but we can do this. Okay, reading language arts and social studies for today, Monday, April 6, 2020, is all here for you. So let's go. Let's begin with language arts. I know you didn't think you were going to get away with that not having vocabulary words. This week's words are abandoned, attempt, bellow, cavern, feet, immensely, and savage. Some of these words you may know or have heard before. Think about it. One of these words some of you use on a regular basis or have clothes with the word on it. Can you guess which word I'm referring to? Savage. Do you really know what this word means? If you've seen the movie Zootopia, you have definitely heard it before and should know what it means. Anyway, your vocabulary assignment for today is to write and define each word in your notebook or journal. If you don't have one, it's okay to use lined paper or copy paper. Remember, put your name and date on all your work. Once you've completed your vocabulary definitions, take a look at today's writing prompt. If you had an invisible magic helper, what would you have him or her do? I know what my magic helper would do. Nope, not telling you. Have fun with this. Use your imagination and be creative. Happy writing. Next stop, reading. Our first skill focus this week is characters. Think about it. What are characters? What are character types? What are character traits? How can a character and their traits change throughout a story? Do you remember earlier this year one of our interactive notebook activities was about characters? Let's focus on these questions. What are characters? What are character traits? And how can a character and their traits change throughout a story? Remember, characters are people or animals in a story or a drama. Characters have at least one character trait. Character traits make up a character's personality. Characters grow and change throughout a story or a drama. They learn lessons as a result of the events and or problems in that story. In literature, certain character types appear often. For example, stories and dramas have heroes and villains, or honest and dishonest characters. Now, what if you were a character in a story? What would some of your character traits be? Remember, character traits can be a character who's adventurous, bossy, brave, independent, imaginative, proud, quiet, responsible, courageous, dishonest, shy, sassy, and the list goes on. So, take some time to click on the Aladdin trailer linked below and think about, how did Aladdin change from the beginning of the story until the end of the story? Let's move on to plot, our other skill focus this week. This is another interactive notebook activity we completed this year. Stop and think. Do you recall what a plot is, or the elements of what makes up the plot? Look over to the right to help you out. A plot is all of the events that happen in a story. For example, a quest. A character goes on a long journey in search of something, or it could be a challenge. A character has to perform a difficult task. You see below a picture of kids on a roller coaster. In the beginning, you get on the roller coaster ready to see what's going to happen next. Going up, up, up slowly, that's the rising action. And it almost stops once you're near the top. You think, is something wrong? That could be the conflict. Moving on more and more, still wondering. Climax. Then whoosh, speeding down until you've completely come to an end. Stop. The whoosh when you sped down, that was part of the resolution. Now, all stories have a beginning and an end, but what is the rising action? The rising action are the events that lead up to the conflict. And what about a conflict? A conflict is a problem the main character has and must solve. Okay, now it's time for you to take a look at the Monsters Inc. plot video. Once you've completed watching that, you need to complete the activity below. Think about the movie Aladdin. If you need to, rewatch the Aladdin trailer and answer the questions below in your journal. 1. What happened in the beginning of the movie? 2. What was the rising action? 3. What was the conflict? 4. What was the climax? 5. What is the resolution? Enjoy. Now we're off to social studies. Yes, of course you have your favorite. But now you don't have your newspapers anymore. You have to log on to studiesweekly.com. We are working on week 18 this week, plans for the new government. Log on to Studies Weekly and you're going to read week 18's City Mouse, Country Mouse. Then you're going to answer the questions after that article. Then you'll read Constitutional Changes and Challenges, answer those questions, and plans for the new government and answer those questions. Of course, do not forget that you have to do your 15 minutes of I Ready. Take your time. You can play the articles, then answer the questions. Easy computer work, nothing to write down, no journals to pull out, and you're good to go.